Okay, so the idea is that any given chord, let's say we're in the key of G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So if 5 to 1 is so important, then what if we gave any other chord its own 5 chord? So let's say we're going to 2, but we don't want to go just straight to it, you know? So I'm on 1, I'm on 4, and I'm about to go to 2. Instead of going to 2, I give it its own 5 chord. So here's 2. That means this would be its 5. Yes, that is the 6 of the key. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But instead of it being minor, we're going to turn it into a dominant chord. And then what the heck? Let's do 5, 1. So 1, 4. That, what we call that is 5 of 2 to 2. Right? 5 of 2, 2. Can you do it? So that's 5 to 1, right? Now,
Then
yes. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm making it a point to do this for reasons that if you were in a freshman theory course would be imposed upon you with threat of failure. So 5 of 2 to 2. Let's say I'm going to do 5. By the way, remember that this is just the shape that happens on guitar. Anywhere, you know, like the shape of 5 to 1 is this to this, from this string to this string. That's the pattern. Or 5 1, 5 1, 5 1, 5 1, or 5 1. That's an important little just atomistic pattern to know. So if I were going to do the 5 of 6, here's 6, here's its 5, and I'm going to make it dominant. Yes, it's a 3 chord, so isn't that a song? 1, 5, 6, 6, 4, 1. Oh, it's Sam Smith, right? Is that Sam Smith? I don't know. Do you know it?
I think I've heard of it before.
All right. Well, anyway, who cares? It's Sam Smith, so we can safely ignore it. So he wrote the lesser James Bond song. So the most common ones are 5 of 6 and 5 of 5, traditionally. So look, what's a 5 of 4? Well, it's the 1 chord, but you turn it into a dominant chord. A good example, the example I usually point out is Hey Jude by the Beatles. So hey Jude, don't make it 5 chord, take a 5 chord still and go back to the 1 chord. Remember 4 chords, a letter into your 1 chord, then you could 5 chord to make it better. Then watch this, this turns into a anytime you feel the 4 chord. What just happened there was that 1 chord turned into a 5 of 4. The dominant chord creates this tension that's then released into its own 1. So it turns into a dominant chord, which all but tells you that it's probably going to the 4 chord. Anytime you feel the to carry the world upon your shoulder. Right, it's all resolved, but when it turns there, it's like, oh, I bet we're going to the 4 chord, because I bet that became dominant so as to be its own a 5 of the 4. So 5 of 4 to 4, 5 of 5 to 5, 5 of 6 to 6, 5 of 2 to 2, 5 of 1, which we just call 1. I mean 5 to 1. 5 of 3. And that's pretty much it. Those are secondary dominants. Now we can build on that and start doing secondary 2/5s. That's what we can do next lesson. Well, when you've established this as, I mean, when this feels very like old hat to you. So 6 that happens in R&B all the time. So one, Old Isley Brothers song. It's also Big Papa by Notorious B.I.G. So 4, 5 of 6, 6, 2, 5 of 4. What?
Does this only apply to like the 5 to 1 thing? Because I remember you said that people also end songs by going from 5 to 6, right?
Yeah. Okay. So yes. Well, here's the thing: you're under no such obligation until you're in freshman theory course to do 5, where 5 has to go to 1 or 6. The idea there is it needs to theory course. I don't think nobody's being so close-minded as to say these are rules for your life and that you're breaking theoretical rules if you don't do them. It's more that you're learning theory in an historical approach. Like you're learning to do the things that people just thought sounded good back then, right? In any given era, and then as the eras go on, as you get to 20th century music, now the rules become stupid. And even then, they're not rules they're not rules that you're supposed to take with you outside of class at all. It's just in order to master this style, this is what you have to be able to do. You have to play by these rules. When you master all the normal stuff, you're typically really good at doing the abnormal stuff. You know exactly where to go to get it, you know? So I would say the people who, the people who have best mastered the rules are generally the best at breaking them. So, anyway, I just watch the video, and if you end up with any questions, just let me know. Do you have any questions now that I can address?
Okay.
No?
No.
All right.